Oh hey, welcome. In today's video, which is really random, we're going to be having a look at my Apple Mac collection, which ranges from about 16 to 18 Apple products, which isn't substantial, but most people don't have 18 computers in their house. But anyways, we're going to have a look at my setup and my tour and just my whole office space, which I do YouTube work in and other things. All right, let's go. Here we have my whole space. Over here we have the first collection of Apple computers that I'm going to be talking about, and I've kind of arranged them in date of when they were released. Here we have a 1999 PowerMac G3. I think it's called a PowerMac G3 or, yeah, PowerMac G3. This machine doesn't really work, so that's why it's not plugged in. But the good thing about this machine at the time was its the ability to customize it in any way you want it. Because anyways, it's very customizable, but the only thing is I can't seem to be able to connect the hard drive to the computer anymore because I'm too doughy. So one day when I become smart, I will be able to fix it, but at this current moment, I just don't have the intelligence to do something like that because I'm dumb in that manner. Anyways, that's the PowerMac G3. It used to work, but it's stopped working. Well, anyways. Alright. Next here we have one of my favorite machines, the iMac G3. Now this machine has been an absolute bitch to me because it doesn't work, okay? Everything's falling apart, okay? And I don't know what's going on right now, but the hard drive inside has died. And it was probably my first Mac computer, not this one specifically. And I loved it. I played a lot of Bugdom on it, and Syndicate, I don't know if you know those games, and Lemmings. It was an absolute classic and an absolute treat. Next we have my favorite Mac design, which is the iMac G4. It's probably one of the most famous Apple designs because of the whole swivel design. People nicknamed it the lampshade iMac because of its obvious lampshade design. Now this is probably my primary computer to use for playing classic games on it. Let's have a look at some of my games. You don't have to come here, cameraman, I'm just going to name them. Some of my classic games are, let's see, Bugdom, Demos Rising, Doom, MDK, Quake 3, Lemmings, Ragdoll Masters, Star Wars Battlefront, and Marble Blast Gold. Those are some of them. Okay, here we have a power, oh, something turned on in there. We have a power Macintosh 8500-120 something, I don't know the correct name. This machine works, but you can't connect a mouse to it because for some reason it won't work. The input's broken, and I don't know how to fix that, I'm too dumb. But it's a nice machine to show where Apple's come from in some sense. It's not that old compared to everything else that Apple's released. I think this was released in 1998, 1995. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this part's come off. It's pretty ugly, but it's nice. Oh, and here we have a Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson book. Now someone gave this to me as a present, but I've never read it because I hate reading. But it was a nice gesture, and yeah, okay. Here we have an iMac G5, which was our family's primary computer. This one actually was our primary computer back in about 2005 to about 2010. However, this model is dead now. It died last year. It won't turn on anymore. So I tried to turn it on and it died, and I had Star Wars Battlefront inside of it, and I had to open this whole computer and get Star Wars Battlefront out because it's a really good game on Mac. And yeah, I think the battery inside is dead, and I replaced it and it still doesn't work, so I don't know. Things die. Okay, here we have an eMac, which stands for Educational Mac. This model was released in about 2004, and I got this off Gumtree, something like that, from some man in a house, as most people do. Last night I turned it on, and it has gone to hell. Let's see. Okay, so I've resolved that by putting in these headphones, and you can hear it a little bit, so let's just break it. So now I don't have to talk about the sound anymore. I don't have to talk about the sound. But I think what's happened is the speaker inside here is broken or become, what's the word? It's just broken. But you probably can replace that. It's so damn big and it's so damn heavy that I just store it away usually in a closet. I just put it out here today to show you. Okay, here we have my 2011 iMac, and this was my primary gaming Mac computer back in the day. This is where I did all my YouTube stuff originally, and it's my secondary computer for, you know, personal stuff like photos, documents, blah, 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 blah. But I don't really use it anymore. I upgraded to a 5K iMac, which you're about to see in just a second. Let's go, cameraman. Okay, we'll come back to this. This machine, let's just forget about it. It does work, but sometimes it doesn't turn on. This machine was one of my other first computers. After the iMac G3, we used to take this machine on holidays, and we used to play Xenos Rising on it a lot, which some of you may know. It's a classic game. This machine is really cool as well because it's really customizable. You've got this retractable CD drive, another retractable battery that doesn't work. And you can also open up the whole enclosure. Well, not really the whole enclosure, but a lot of it. And you can replace the RAM and the hard drive and a lot of other things like that. Anyways, let's just put this back together and you can watch me because it's fun. There we go, there she goes. Okay, and then the battery. It's like, one of the funnest things you can do in life is putting a battery in a computer. So yeah. Now here we have an iBook G3 clamshell, which is a really beautiful design, okay? A really beautiful design. This machine still works flawlessly, apart from this mouse pad. It sometimes just freezes and doesn't work, so I use an external mouse. I've been playing a lot of MDK on this, and I think that's it actually, MDK. But this is running macOS 9. Let's just turn it off so I can show you the whole enclosure. This machine was very interesting because of its handle. You could walk around like you were some important businessman with a suitcase, but in fact it was just an Apple iBook that was very expensive. But this machine here is iconic for its clamshell design. This isn't the most attractive one. There was one that was like orange or something, and that was beautiful. It's a good machine, but yes, that's all I want. I just wanted to show you the enclosure. Okay, here we have an iBook G3 Snow, I think it's called, from 2001. I bought this off eBay, and it actually came from a school way down in Western Australia. It's actually got all of the school assignments still on it, which is honestly quite confidential if you ask me. It still connects to the internet somehow, and I play some games on this. Let's look at some of them. Oh, macOS 7 to 9 games. Okay, we've got Armor Valley, which is really cool. Doom 2. Oh, FA-18 Hornet. What a classic. Nanosaur. Spaceway 2000. Sim Tower. Ultimate Doom. X-Wing. Amazing. Let's move on. Here we have a 2008 MacBook Pro that I actually reviewed on this channel last year. So if you want to check that out, I don't know, I'll have a card or something. But it's actually still pretty capable at playing games. So yeah, it was a pretty powerful machine back in its day, but not anymore because that's what life is. Okay, here we have two 2006 MacBooks. Now you're going to find out that in very shortly that I have a lot of these machines. Okay, so this one is my brother's, which he gave me. This one is off eBay. And I bought these to replace parts in my other MacBook over there. Okay, and then over here, we have my 2010 MacBook. So actually, I recently took this on holiday and I upgraded it heavily. I put a SSD in it right there, and I got rid of the CD drive and put a data doubler in, which allows me to put another hard drive in, which is just in there. You can't see it, but it's in there. And then I put 8 gigs of RAM in there from 4, and originally it had 2, but someone upgraded it to 4. So it's really gone through a upgrade. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, over here we've got a really maybe rare Apple design that not many people have or know about. It's still a 2006 MacBook, but it's in black. And it's really nice. I don't know why Apple doesn't design black MacBooks like this anymore. But this one is off eBay as well. And it has a dead battery, but that's about it. And then over here we have another 2006 MacBook, which surprisingly keeps going to the dashboard by itself. Oh, it turned off. Something turned off. And then, yeah, this one keeps turning itself off. It will literally just bring up the shutdown menu and then shut itself down by itself. And it's really weird, but that was an example of what it does. And yeah, this was my main computer in high school, and it treated me well. And now it doesn't treat me well because it's dying, but oh well. Okay, last thing, we have my 2015 Retina 5K iMac. So this is my main machine for all things YouTube, gaming, and yadi. Stop turning on, okay? And here we have the Nyan Cat screensaver, which you can get online. I'll have it in the description. This is the pinnacle of what the internet stands for, a Nyan Cat, because the internet loves cats. So I play games on this, ranging from everything that I cover on the channel. And yeah, this is where I record my voice with this Rode NT-A mic. And then we got this keyboard, and it's a pretty good keyboard. It's like a mechanical, semi-mechanical keyboard. And you can change the lighting to whatever you want. I like blue. And then we have the magic mouse and trackpad and classic mouse keyboard, sorry. And then a Razer Mamba mouse, which is really expensive. That's about it. Let's go, cameraman, this is the end. Okay, so that is my whole setup, which is about, I think that's 17 or 18 Mac products. Why do I collect these? I don't know, it's fun. It takes up a lot of space though, but a lot of these have been given to me by either friends, family, or I get them off eBay, Gumtree. So if you want to do stuff like that, there are a lot of these products on eBay. However, they are getting relatively expensive now, so I don't know what to say there. It's just what life is. Anyways, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and we'll see what happens from there. But that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, night, or whatever. Bye.